Formatic everywhere. Okay, good evening, everyone. If you guys can hear me, send me a yes, send me a yes, type a yes on the comment section. Yes? Okay, fine. Good evening, everybody. It's nice having you guys again today. So, during the course of yesterday's training, we taught you guys all the first stage of the basic class on introduction to forex trading. So today we'll be moving into another stage. I want to believe um, you guys properly understood what we did yesterday because I was waiting for questions and we got a lot of questions, and I want to believe most of everyone has downloaded his MP5, has done the necessary things, and you guys have gone through the video we sent. So today we'll be going into the course outline stage two, where we'll be discussing what is the chief concept of bid and ask price, what is the trade, forms of trading orders, concept of take profit and stop loss, lead rate, loss size, risk management, common mistakes by traders, and lastly we'll be discussing about trading plans today. Then the next stage we'll be going into will now be talking about how to know when to appropriately buy and how to appropriately sell, how to know how to do this now. So basically what we're teaching here is how to do what the basic things you need to know about the financial market. So the next class will be straight to business to teach you how to do these things, how to place this trade, how to buy, how to know the actual time you're supposed to buy, how to know the actual time you're supposed to sell. So that's what we'll be teaching you guys on the next week. So now let's move on for today's class. So what is a pip? So a pip is the smallest unit in which a currency pair can change. So it can also be said to be a standardized unit. Can be said to be a standardized unit and the smallest amount by which a currency pair in forex market can change. It is just like the sale of the forex, though as you go further, you will learn that there are smaller versions called micro pips. So now basically what we're trying to say here is that as um any profession they have their own skill. Let's say a carpenter now, a carpenter has a measuring tape, a seller also has a measuring tape now. So the same thing now is what a tip is to we forex trader now. So a tip is a kind of um a measuring tool we use to measure the difference between price and time. So we use to measure the difference between price and time. So that is to say that everything we do in the financial market is being what is measured in feet. So it's like our own measuring tool. So just the way you have your centimeter, your millimeter, and your ruler. So in forex market, we don't use centimeter, we don't use millimeter. We use what feet. So that's why I say feet is what the smallest unit in which a currency pair can change. So that's to say that when you see this thing now, when you see a currency pair now together now, so you see we have the bid and the ask price, right? Just what we studied the other day. So now the this thing now, the tip value now is what you can see on the left hand side of your chart. So those figures you're seeing on the left hand, on the right hand side of your chart is what we call the tip. So let me take you guys back to yesterday's slide. Okay, good. So now you see this figure you're seeing here 1.1836. So this is what we call a tip. So this figure now, so many of you might be wondering what is this figure, what is this? So this is what we actually call a pip. It's called a pip. So just the way you have numbers in your mathematics class or a teller will measure in inch or in centimeter or blah blah blah. So we measure in pip. This figures now are actually measured in what? Pip. So that's to say the difference between the price of euro and US dollar is measured what? In pip. So let's advance. So now, looking at this now, okay, this I also have the slide here. So this is the tip. So now let's look at how to calculate this tip now. So how do we calculate this now? For most currency pairs, for most currency pairs now we start calculating the tip from the fourth decimal place. So how do we start calculating this now? So that's to say that looking at this now, you see we have Euro USD as the number one currency pair here now. So if you look at it now, you see that the P value is 1.0934. So now after the decimal point now, we count 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's to say we have the decimal number here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start counting the pips from here. So do you get that now? So look at here now, we have it 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, if I'm looking for the difference between these two things now, I'm just going to do what? I say 42 minus what? 34. So the difference between both of them will be 6, right? So I'll say the market is actually has a difference of what? 6 pips. So now look at another example here. Let's look at NZD USD now. So we have it at 0.6032. So that is our PIP. We have here to be 0.618. That is what our PIP. So the PIP is always counted from what? The fourth decimal point. That is for USDPS. So we calculate the USDPS now from the fourth decimal number now. Then looking at what we call the this thing now. We also have what we call the Japanese yen pairs now. So the Japanese yen pairs now has actually three figures before the decimal point now. So we normally count the pips now from what? The second number after the decimal point. We count the pips from the decimal number now. So you can see I have a working example here which I've used here now. So let's assume that if the Euro USD moves from a particular number of 1.1025, then remember I told you guys you count your pips from what? After the fourth decimal number, right? Then now to another figure of 1.1035 now. So what's the difference between these two prices now? You say, okay, now, you see, we have 35, we have 25 here. So you take 35 minus 25 is what? 10 pips. So that's to say that if somebody tells you that, okay, if Euro USD moves from this particular number now to this other number now, so how many pips has it made? So just like let's say this thing now is now in centimeter. Let's take it now. Say, I have it at 1.0101 to 1.1025 centimeter. Then move to another level of 1.1035 centimeters. So what is the difference between both of them? So basically, you just do the normal basic math and subtract or probably do this thing now and you get the answer, right? So that is the same. So instead of saying it's in centimeter, you say it was in feet. You get it now? That is instead of you saying it's in centimeter, you say it was in feet. So just know that whenever you're subtracting or you're adding any figure on the forex market, is actually calculated in what? In feet. So look at the second example here. Say, if the Euro USD dollar move from a particular point of 1.1035 to another point of 1.1025. Do you get that now? So now, what's the difference now? You see the same thing. Do you get that now? Then the exception to this rule is also accepted to Japanese yen, just like I've told you guys. Japanese yen has a different way of calculating it now. So let's say Japanese yen has a figure of 106.20 now, and it moved to 106.40. So the simple thing you do is 40 minus 20. So that gives you what? 20 p. So it's very, very, very simple. So p is not something to calculate, just the way you do normal basic math. So that is the way you do the way you calculate a centimeter, you calculate a millimeter. So that's the way you do this calculation. So now that is it for peak value. So I think it will be necessary if I show you guys this thing on chart. I think it is important if I show you guys this thing on chart. So 1 minute, let me open up my chart. Okay. Okay. I would have to share my chart now. Okay, fine. Okay, now, when we are talking about the chart platform now, so all this figure you are seeing here now, this figure you are seeing here on the chart now is what we call the peak value now. So all this figure is called the what? Peak value now. So that's why I say that the peak is what we use to measure the movement of this market now. We measure it in what? Peak. So what you see below here now is the time. What you see here is the time. So I think is it the time and price directly proportional to each other now. So that's to say that this peak value now is directly proportional to this now. So they move in the same way. So all this is what we keep. You see, this market moved from a point of 1.88100 here to a point of 1.38233 currently now. So now if you're checking the difference between this now, remember I told you, you count it, you calculate it after the fourth decimal point now. So we say after the fourth decimal point, we say 3810. So that's at 810 now. So we now say 3822 minus 3810, then 22 minus 10, that is give us what? 12. So that's to say that this market made a movement of what? 12 pips from this point to this point. So that is how pips work. So let's go back to the slide now and continue with what we have for this. So now the next thing we have in our course outline is what we call concept of bid and ask price. So basically, bid price refers to the highest price a buyer is willing to pay for a commodity or a good or anything. While the ask price refers to the lowest price the seller now wants to sell. So like normally, I normally give my students this example. I said, okay, fine. So many of you might have been privileged to go to a Catholic church here. Some of you might be privileged to go to a Catholic church. You believe with me that stuff they do sometimes in a year, which they call bazaar. Or even if you've not gone to a Catholic church, you must gone to any event where they do something like bazaar. So you believe with me that during the course of this bazaar, they bring up some products and they want to sell this product to they want to sell this product to their church or their attendees now. So now what it means is that the church is not going to give the price to which they want to sell that thing now. So the price now that the church is giving out that they want to sell this thing now is now what? Is the what? Is the ask price now. So then in the course of that now probably the price they gave now people might not be too interested in it. So people might not show willingness or interest to get those products at that price now. So when they notice that people are not interested in getting those products at that price, so the next thing they do is that they cut off the price. You get that now? So people might probably continue waiting till they cut off the price to a particular a particular amount which they want to buy. So that price now, which those people are waiting for them to bring up that goods down to now, is called the bid price. So they keep on bidding the price to do what? To a particular certain level where it will satisfy them before they cannot say, okay, fine. I think this thing now is now up to my capacity to obtain. So now that is what the bid price is all about, and that was ask price is all about. So now somebody might be wondering, why do we have two figures here now? So this is actually the ask price and this is what the bid price. So this is to say that this is the price now that your broker now. Remember what I told you about the broker? I told you guys that the broker is the middleman between you and the financial market now. So do you know to get that now? So the broker now sells to you. So this first price now, which is called the ask price now, is actually the lowest price at which the broker wants to sell for you. And this is actually the lowest price at which you now you want to buy from the broker. So this is ask price and this is bid price. So that's how it actually work. So now I want to know if you have any questions so far, please kindly unmute yourself and ask or drop it in the comment section. Let me attend to that before we forge ahead. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. Since nobody is saying anything, does that mean that somebody is saying something?
There's question or what?
Okay, please bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Please just explain that that ask price and bid price from the chart, like the screenshot you used just now. That
Okay,
arrow.
okay.
Just explain that, please.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody with any other questions? Okay, fine. Let's move on. Let's move on. So what I'm trying to say here is that I said this is the first one now. You see, we have two figures here now, right? So now this first one now is called what the ask price, while the second one is called the bid price. Then now, permit me to take you front a little bit. So now you see that what do we say the bid price? The bid price refers to the highest price a buyer is willing to pay for a security. You get that now? Then the ask price is what refers to the lowest price a seller is willing to accept for what a security now. So let me take it back now. So now this first price now is the price. Remember, I told you that the broker is a middleman between you and the financial market. That's why I used an importer to do explanation for you guys yesterday. So you see that importer is not the middleman between you and the manufacturer. You get it now. So we take it that the financial market is the manufacturer now, right? So now you put in your order to the broker, and your broker takes in your order to the financial market. You get it now. So now, that is to say your broker taking the order to the manufacturer now. So now, this price now is the price. You know, every importer has a price he or she is going to sell a product to the retailer or probably the person, the retailer, right? Then now, this price now is the price at which the broker can actually sell to you, and that is the lowest price the broker wants to sell to you. And this price now is the lowest price at which you can, that is the lowest, the highest price at which you can buy. You get it now. That is to say that if this price goes anything, that is lowest price. I mean, if this price goes anything beyond it, you are not willing to buy. So I believe I've made it clear. That's why it's called what the ask and the bid and ask price. You get it. So now the next thing we have on our course outline is what is a spread. So a spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price. So now somebody will agree with me that yesterday I told you guys that I'm still going to tell you also how the brokers also get money from you. So this is what they actually do now. So the difference now between the bid and the ask price is actually that is what we call the spread, and also the commission you pay the broker for performing those tasks for you. So that is to say that the broker is collecting money from you, then taking it to the financial market to execute the order. Definitely, you should know that you're supposed to pay him something for that. You get it now. So now, this trade now is actually the money you are paying to the broker for performing that task for you now. So let's assuming that GBPSD is a current price of 1.3843 as the was as the ask price now. Then now we have it to be at 1.3844 as the bid price now. So now when we subtract, remember we say we are working with the fourth numbers after we are working with four decimal numbers. That is four numbers after a decimal point now. So when we say 44 minus 43 now, we have it to be what? 1. So that is to say that at the cost of this transaction, if I would be buying in this scenario, or if I would be selling, the broker will be charging me 1 pip to perform that task. We get that. The broker will be charging me what? 1 pip to perform that task. That's what trade is all about. So it's not something much. So now the next thing we have here is what forms of trading order. So we have two forms of trading order. So we have instant market execution and we have pending order market execution now. So now when we talk of instant market execution now, we are actually talking about buying at the current market price. That's to say that the way I took an example here, I said if this trade has a bid price of 1.3843 and an ask price of 1.3844 now. So that is to say that if I'm hitting this market now, if I'm buying now, I'm selling instantly now. So that is to say I'm buying currently what I'm seeing currently on the chart. So that's what instant market execution means. You are, let's say you go to the market now and they say that the cost of one laptop is 25,000 and you say okay fine, no problem, bring the laptop, I give the person money. So that's to say that you are buying at that current price instantly. You get that now. So that's what we call instant market execution. So the next thing we have is pending order market execution, right? So now pending order market execution is the process of setting up orders where you would want to buy or sell a market before price gets to such level. So that's to say that if I go to the market now that I want to obtain a laptop and they say it's 25,000, I can choose to say, okay, fine, 25,000 is not favorable to me. I will wait because I know that the price will probably depreciate to 20,000 or 15,000 as time goes on because there's going to be excess supply and there will not be much demand for that product. And then now the sellers will not have any option than to do what beat the price. You get that now. So that's to say that what my pending order now is now to be what to buy that product at probably 15,000 or what 20,000 now. So that's how pending orders function. So we have pending order is subdivided into two. So we have the stop orders and we have the limit orders. We get that now. So we have the stop orders and we have the what limit orders. So now let's go into see what we mean by stop orders and we have limit orders pending this is. So now we'll start with the stop orders now. So when we're talking about stop orders now, so stop orders is actually the process whereby current market prices a particular number, then we are anticipating that probably the market is going to move to a particular direction, but we are not certain. You get that now? We are not certain that it's going to move. So we can now set up a stop order at above the current market price. You get it now? Above the current market price now, or below the current market price. Let's say we are forecasting that the market order is going to go up, but we are not sure. So we cannot say, okay, fine. When the market goes to a particular number above that number where it is now, I cannot be very sure that, okay, yes, this thing is actually going to go in favor of the direction I'm forecasting. Then now, you can put up your order that a price above that now. Or let's say you are actually anticipating that the market is going to depreciate. Then now you now say, okay, fine. I'm going to put my stop order below the current market price, somewhere that if I know that once the market breaches that level, definitely it should continue going to my favor. So that brings us to types of stop order. So we have two types of stop order, which is buy stop order and what sell stop order. So this type of pending order is set to a particular level above current market price. That is for buy stop order. So we use buy stop orders in a situation whereby, let's say you want to obtain some kind of product, then you are not sure that that product is going to gain value in future. You get that now? So, but you don't want to risk don't want to risk your money and obtain something that will not gain value, right? Because you want it to gain value so that you'll be able to sell it off when probably the price has appreciated and you make money from that, right? So now, how do you do it now? So you now say, okay, fine. Let's say that product is sold at the rate of 2,000 naira. You can now say, okay, fine. If this product can actually move from 2,000 to 3,000 naira, I would strongly have that confidence now to obtain it. That is to say that in time to come, there will be tendency to the price to even get to 10,000 naira. You get it now. So now you cannot say, okay, fine. That is to say that now 3,000 naira is now your buy stop entry, your buy stop order. So you're looking to enter at 3,000 naira. You get it now. So now you just put up buy stop at 3,000 naira. You get it now. So now when you put that now, that's what that means is that you don't need to be on chart when price gets to that level. Once price gets to that level, you're actually giving your broker an order that if price gets to 3,000, activate me. I want to join this market. I want to obtain this product. So you don't need to be on a chart. Like probably people who use pending orders mostly are people who are not constantly on chart. Probably people who are working, who are white collar jobs. So they just put up stop orders or they just put up pending orders, pending orders to be able to join a particular market move so that they will not miss out. So do we get that now? So let me use chat to further explain this thing to aid your understanding for that. Okay, good. So now, as you all can see here, we have it that the current market price of this commodity is trading around, if you look at my right hand screen, you see it's trading around 1.38223 now. So now let's say I'm looking to say that, or rather I'm forecasting that this thing, I'm expecting it to go higher all the way to this level now, right? But I'm not certain that this thing is going to go higher. So I cannot say, okay, fine. If this thing can get to this level, if this thing can get to this level, then there are more tendency or more confidence to it getting to this level. Do you get that now? So what do I do now? I can say, okay, fine. I might not be chance to be on the chart 247 to monitor this to be able to get in to the trade when it gets to this level. Now, so that is where pending orders come in now, and that is where buy stop order comes in now. So I cannot look, okay, I say 1.38400 is where I'll be looking to enter this trade. I'll pick up 1.38400 and go into the place where I'm supposed to put in the order, put it up on my MetaTrader 5 and say, okay, my broker now, I'm giving you this task now that if price gets to 1.38400, buy this thing for me. That is to say that engage me on this market. I am forecasting that it's going to go what high to this level. Do we get that now? So now that is it for what for buy stop order now. So the reverse for buy stop order is it for what sell stop order. So sell stop order is what we use in a situation whereby we anticipate market price to do what? To depreciate. We anticipate market price to do what? To depreciate. So let's say the way the current market price is around 1.38224 now. So then now I'm expecting market to probably continue trading lower to this lines here. So let's say I'm expecting market to continue trading, but I'm not certain that price is going to do that. So I cannot say, okay, fine. If this thing now can come down to this level, then there are much more tendency that it will get towards this second line now. So I cannot put up my sell stop entry, and I'm giving my broker an instruction that I might not be on chart when this thing will get to here. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to tell him that when this thing gets to this level, please what, key in my order, activate me. I want to do what? I want to sell off this market to this level. Do we get that now? So that is it for buy stop order and what, sell stop order. So let's go back to the slide. And okay, good now. So we have discussed about buy stop orders, we have discussed about sell stop order. So the next thing we are going into was limit orders now. So limit orders now are what, pending orders used to enter a sell or buy at areas so it will catch before price gets to the what, to those levels. So this limit order now, how do we use it now? So let's say now, you have it that the price of let's say a laptop is sold at 2,500 naira now, right? So now you can say and say that, okay, it's because of this laptop is actually new into the market, that's why it, so that is why it's sold very, very high. You get it now. You can say that is why it's sold very high. So now you can say that I know that this price of this laptop will not exceed 2,800, and the value of that laptop will depreciate, and people will stop demanding for it, and the price is going to fall. So what does that mean now? So when the price of this laptop gets to around 3,000 naira, now what will you do? You begin to do what? You begin to sell it off. You begin to sell it because you know that definitely there's going to be what, a depreciation in price. The demand is going to be what, low. So that is to say, and probably when the price of that laptop now gets to that 3,000 naira, and you notice what, there will be a drastic what, fall in price, and people will stop patronizing, people stop asking for that product, and people the sellers will not say, "Kai, people are no longer obtaining this thing again. What do we do? We have to do what? Bring down the price to what people can be able to get to avoid this product to do what? To spoil in our hand or to just stay in our hand and be of no use." So that is how limit orders work. So we have um, we have two types of limit orders. So we have two types of limit order, which we have buy limit order and what, sell limit order. Just we have buy stop and sell stop now. So I would love to use the chart to do example on this. So but firstly, let's look at what I have here on buy limit order. So this is a pending order used when the market is what, depreciating, to enter for a what, a buy. That's to say that when the market is selling and we are able to determine somewhere we think the price can reverse from, and probably we might not be on chart when price might get to that level, we can set up a buy limit order on that level. So that's to say that, let's say now that the current price of a gallon now is sold at 3,000 naira. Then you come back to the market tomorrow, they say it's now 2,000 naira. Next tomorrow, they say it's 1,000 naira now. You now say, okay, fine. I know that the price of this thing will not get below 800 naira, and if you now push up back to 3,000 naira now. So what does that mean now? When the price gets to 800 naira, you started doing what? Saving up those gallons instead of selling it. You started, let's say you're a seller now, you started saving it. You start putting up in your what, packing store, because you know that one day the price is going to go back to 3,000 naira. So now, and eventually, when price gets to 800 naira, boom, the price now did what? Shoot up, because there was no longer supply again, because there have been a lot of depreciation in the price. There was no longer supply again. Then the demand now came into the market. Now there was now much demand into the market now. Then people started requesting for that gallon again. So you now went to do what? Bring out your own you have stored up in the packing store and now sold it off and made the profit of 2,200 naira. So that's how a buy limit order works. So you set up a buy limit order below current market price in anticipation that when price gets to that level, there's going to be what? A reverse. So the price direction is going to change. So you are kind of trying to forecast where the possible direction of the market is going to change. You get that now? So in a situation whereby the market is selling, so that's what you use a buy limit order to do. So for a sell limit order, so how do we do that now? So a sell limit order is just a reverse of what buy limit order now. So let's say a commodity price is shooting high, 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 high. So you now say, okay, fine. You think that the price is going high, high. I know that when you get to a particular so number, there's going to be what excess supply, and there will no longer be any demand for it, and therefore the price is going to what depreciate. So now, what are you trying to do now? So we use sell limit order in a situation whereby market price is going high, and we already know a particular level where it should get to, and the price is going to what fall. So you can do what? You can put up your sell limit order there. And what does that do to you? When market just get there, you are telling your broker to do what? Sell this product, like activate me, get me into the sell market when this market gets to this level now. So let's get into the chart and use it to aid the explanation to be more explanatory. Okay. Okay, fine. So now, something like this trade now, I took a trade here today. So I used a sell limit order here now. So that is to say that when this market was going up, I knew basically that when it gets to this level, it's gonna do what? It's going to do what? It's gonna drop. I knew basically when it gets to this level, it's going to do what? It's going to drop all the way down. So what do? I put up my what? My sell limit order here. So what am I saying? I'm trying to give my broker instruction that when market gets to here, do what? Sell this trade for me. That is, I'm trying to say that what the trade is going to, the market is going to do what? It's going to start dropping. That is, I'm trying to focus that it's going to do what? Start reversing. That is going to reverse from this point now. So somebody can also come here and put up a buy limit order somewhere here and say, okay, when this market gets to this level, I know definitely it's going to do start going up. So you put up your buy limit order here, and if you are right and the market gets to that point and start going up, so that is to say that once the market starts going up, you have started making what? Money, because the market is going towards your direction. So that's how buy limit and sell limit work. So I don't know if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask before we move on. Any questions, please? Okay. I take it that we don't have any question, right? Okay, that the point is very, very clear. So the next thing is concept of take profit and stop loss. So concept of take profit and stop loss. You know that the idea or the logic behind any business is to what? Is to make money, right? Okay, somebody's sending a message. Okay, okay. Basically, the video recording will be uploaded on YouTube. You have the opportunity to go back there and rewatch it. So now, concept of take profit and stop loss. So maybe why you are lost is maybe you can't late. So concept of take profit and stop loss. So the mindset or the objective of every business is to make money, right? So good now. So and your mindset or your objective whenever you are storing up a product and with it, you are probably, let's say you're a businessman now and you buy up a product and store it in your warehouse and say, okay, probably I'm not, let's say you sell beans or you sell rice. Let me use beans for example now. You sell beans now, right? And probably during the course of the time they harvest beans, you buy a lot of beans and you stock it up on your warehouse and people are coming for it and you said, no, I'm not selling now. So your primary objective is probably to do what? To do this thing, to keep those beans for a period whereby there will be what excess demand for it. Then you can now bring it at what and sell it at high price, right? So now that price at which you are selling that beans now is at the point whereby you are making profit. So that is your what your target projection. So we have it that your target projection is to what is to hold that beans to a particular period of time. And when that time is being achieved, you do what? You sell off the beans and make what your money. You get that now. So that's the concept of what take profit. So now for stop loss now, so stop loss now is a technique whereby that is given to us or is a kind of what we use to minimize our loss. So that to say that your stop loss now is a target projection whereby you would want to exit your trade if it is going against you. So that is to say that you're looking to stock bag of beans, right? To sell up at a certain price when at a certain duration of time, probably the price must have doubled what you bought it before. Now, then unfortunately, when it gets to that period of time, there was excess supply of beans years in the market, and rather instead of the price to keep on going up, the price keep on going down more and more and more and more. So now you cannot say, okay, fine, I bought this beans at the rate of 1,000 naira now, and you now say, okay, if this bean should drop below 800 naira, I'm going to sell it off and just manage my what my loss instead of me saying that okay, I'm going to keep these beans and I'll end up what losing everything what I used to do what buy that beans now. So stop loss is a technique we use to protect our capital we put in the market. So that's to say that as a forex trader, you need to do what? Make use of your stop loss very, very, very well. That's to say that whenever you are taking a trade or you are doing anything, you must definitely put a